She's only on the 50th percentile. Should I be worried? That's something a mum asked me recently, and it opened up a really important conversation about growth, protein, and what we actually want for our babies. In this episode of Nourish, we're unpacking how early protein intake influences growth trajectories and why more isn't always better. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Melanie, dietitian and founder of Nourish, where we explore how the first 1,000 days shape your child's lifelong health. And today we're talking about protein, one of the most talked about nutrients when it comes to baby growth. Because protein is essential, but like many things in early life nutrition, it's about getting the balance right. Now let me take you back to that mum I mentioned. She was worried because her daughter was sitting on the 50th percentile. And when we looked at her growth chart, she'd always tracked between the 40th and 50th percentile. And mum herself was petite, so her daughter was growing exactly as expected. But somewhere along the way, we've started to believe that bigger means better. I think that may be particularly because it's discussed as a percentage, and didn't we always want to achieve 100%? And be told that we're doing a perfect job, especially when it comes to parenting, where we actually feel so many doubts. Anyway, when it comes to growth percentiles, that's simply not the goal. Growth isn't about reaching the highest percentile, it's about following your child's natural trajectory. And this is where nutrition, including protein, plays a really important role. Protein provides the building blocks for growth. It supports muscles, tissues, enzymes, and hormones, but it also influences growth signals in the body. Now, one of the key pathways is something called insulin-like growth factor 1, or IGF-1. This hormone plays a key role in stimulating growth, and higher protein intakes in early life have been associated with higher IGF-1 levels. Now, this is where we need to be careful though. There's a concept called the early protein hypothesis, which has been developed based on some key studies. This hypothesis suggests that higher protein in infancy, particularly from dairy and infant formula, may accelerate weight gain and influence long-term metabolic health. But we're not just looking at how much a baby grows, but how quickly they grow. Rapid weight gain in early life has been linked to changes in appetite regulation, fat storage, and long-term health outcomes. And this is part of how early nutrition helps shape your baby's future. Because if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that the first 1,000 days shape your child's lifelong health. But, and this is really important, protein is not something that we want to restrict, because too little protein also has consequences, particularly when it comes to iron. Many of the first protein-rich foods we introduce, such as meat, legumes, and eggs, are also key sources of iron. And inadequate intake can increase the risk of iron deficiency, which can impact upon brain development. So in practice, I tend to see both ends of the spectrum. Some babies are getting very little protein, starting solids with mainly fruit and veggie purees. Others are getting quite high amounts, especially formula-fed babies who don't start solids until late. Now, often this is driven by the belief that more protein will support better growth. But it's essential to remember that growth is not just about size, it's about trajectory. And it's about how the body is being programmed. Early life nutrition influences hormones, appetite regulation, and how energy is stored and used right into the future. Protein plays a role in all of these processes. Additionally, there's some discussion around kidney load with excessive protein intake in infancy. Although for most healthy babies, this is less of a primary concern than overall growth patterns and metabolic signaling, which is why we need to focus on balance. So what should we be aiming for? Not more, not less, but the appropriate amount. Enough protein to support growth, development, and nutrient needs, particularly iron. but not so much that we're pushing growth beyond what your baby's body is naturally programmed to do. And this is where individualized guidance really matters, because every baby is different. Their growth pattern, their intake, their needs, their family context. So it's really important to personalize. Now, if you'd like support understanding your baby's growth trajectory, protein intake, and overall nutrition, you can book a consultation with one of our dietitians via the link in the description box below. Because when we get the balance right early on, we're not just supporting growth today, we're supporting long-term health. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. See, Sorry, I'll have to go back there, because I went a bit too rapidly.